Welcome back to another exciting episode of Cyber Defense TV. I'm your host, Gary Malevsky, and the publisher of Cyber Defense Magazine. Now, sitting in my hot seat today is a very special guest, Kumar Ritesh, who's the CEO of Cyfirma, and Cyfirma is C-Y-F-I-R-M-A. Kumar, welcome, and how are you today?
I'm very good, Gary. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks. So, Cyfirma is an award-winning cybersecurity company. Tell us a little bit about when you started, how you got funded, and what you guys are doing that's a little more innovative than others in the market.
No, it's a great question you ask. Well, we are fundamentally a threat discovery and cyber intelligence platform company. The company was founded in 2017. We are funded by Goldman Sachs, Zodius Capital, and Z3 partners. We work actually with a number of Fortune 500 companies. What we really do is really provide a predictive, personalized, actionable cyber intelligence and insight to organization, which helps them to take proactive steps in managing their cyber threats.
How do you do it?
Yeah, no, it's a great one you ask. Now, there are a number of things which we use here. We are using AI models, we are using ML models, and we are using NLP as well. So if you look at, the way our platform is constructed, Gary, it has got 4 logical layers. It has got data collection layer, it has got data analysis layer, data dissemination layer, and we have got a reporting layer. Now, if you look at the data collection layer is where we use NLP. It's heavily used there. We've got data analysis.
Kumar, we have a lot of acronyms. We got to give our audience the acronyms. Are you talking about natural language processing, NLP?
Yes, I'm talking about natural.
We know ML is machine learning and AI is artificial intelligence. That's cool. I just want to make sure. I learn every time we do an interview, I learn a new acronym on cybersecurity. So keep going.
Yeah, and if you look at our data analysis engine, we've got 5 mathematical models which we have built. You can call them as, ML AI engines, which really process through the data. And what comes out of that analysis engine is really a very, very clear set of insights, which is at a strategic level, management level, and operational level. And what I mean by that, we always try to answer 5 questions to whatever we analyze, Gary. First of all is who and why. Who are those cyber criminals who have got interest in you? Why are they interested? That comes as part of the strategic intelligence. You've got management intelligence where we give you answer to what and when, like what do they want and when can they potentially launch an attack at you? How ready are they? We really try to solve that.
Are you doing this agentlessly in the cloud? Are you eavesdropping? Are you a network tap? And, I'm just curious, like, how are you deployed, especially with the whole, everybody's working from home with the COVID situation?
No, this is clearly our differentiator, Gary. We do not actually get involved into your network at all. We don't have to have access into your network altogether, and we do not have to understand your environment. We actually sit outside, and we really provide the outside in view to you as to how hackers, perpetrators look at you, how lucrative do you look like in front of them, and how can they potentially, by looking at your different attack surface, they can potentially come and attack you. So this is really outside in view. We do not need access to your internal infrastructure at all.
Does that mean you're kind of tapping into the dark web or eavesdropping on router points around the globe with some secret little honeypots to collect this threat and indicator of compromise? Is that kind of what the secret sauce? Can you tell me?
Yeah, in a way. We have got a hook into dark web, of course. And what we have done with our platform, we have built these 900 virtual agents. These are like automated programs, which we have configured. They talk to our centralized platform in the cloud, and they are controlled by our cloud platform. And all the instruction is given by our cloud-based platform, which is from a centralized place. And these agents actually go out and plug themselves into dark web forums, private channels, hackers community, even if social platform, surface web. We collect a lot of data. We collect almost 100 gigabytes of data every 8 hours.
Wow.
And these are done by these 900 virtual agents. These are automated programs. And this comes from my background too. I come from the kind of, I used to work with intelligence for a number of years. And we used to do all this manually. And that is where this whole idea came along that we should be automating this. And that was the whole concept or inception of the concept of coming out with virtual agent.
So once you understand the tools, techniques, and processes of the threat actors, you can kind of unwind what they've done to your organization. You can find out maybe what data they stole, for example, or how they stole it.
Yeah, it's more like, if you look at our intelligence, it's a little bit early in the game. If you look at cyber kill chain, most of the cybersecurity companies, if you look at it, their analysis starts at the execution phase of a cyber kill chain. Whereas if you look at our journey, it starts at a planning phase of a cyber kill chain. So we kind of go and hunt for indicators. We do not hunt for indicator of compromise. Now we are attributing indicator of compromise. These are like, IP addresses, malicious files, malicious indicators. We do that. But I think, the real sort of uniqueness of our platform is the whole journey itself starts from, at a planning phase where we look at indicators, we look at conversation, we look at background of those parties who are making those conversation. Do they have any affiliation to any campaigns? Do they have affiliation to any sort of groups? Have they used any type of asset which has a historical affiliation to any sort of group? And that's how, we are able to kind of give to our clients a predictive insight. So, and these are insight which has nowhere happened. We pick them, we sort of process them, and we come back to our client by saying to them that, hey, we have seen these indicators. Based on this, these are 3 ways this particular sort of threat is going to go. No, it was great talking to you, Gary, and very, very soon you're going to be seeing us launching ourselves into US. We've got all our agenda set, and yeah, we will be in US. Our agenda as part of our roadmap. We are looking at how do we quickly look at solving problems for end user space too, because right now we are very much an enterprise tool. We are looking at transitioning ourselves into end user space as well by plugging ourselves into other cybersecurity tools, risk management tools. So you're going to see a lot of actually exciting stuff coming out of Cyfirma.
Sounds great. So Cyfirma's coming into the US. You're already international, well funded with the help from Goldman Sachs. And your headquarters today it's in Singapore or Tokyo? Where'd you say headquarters?
Well, it's Singapore and Tokyo. We've got 2 headquarters right now.
Okay, cool. So you're a busy man.
Yeah.
And then again, Cyfirma is really bringing us up a notch. And what Kumar Ritesh shared, founder and CEO of Cyfirma, is that cyber intelligence is where it's at. If you want to get one step ahead of the next threat, you have to start with some intelligence. We can't be blind anymore, and Cyfirma is kind of taking the blinders off. So Kumar, thank you so much for a wonderful hot seat interview, and then come back next time for an exciting adventure as we go back to cyberdefensetv.com. Thank you.
Thanks very much for having me, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.